Hi, Virginia. Nice to see you again.
Hi,
Always
Nancy.
nice talking to you.
Likewise.
We both did the program of positive intelligence, and we did it last summer, July and little parts of August. And I wanted to know how you experienced the program.
Yeah, it was great. I really loved it. I actually started seeing some results within a couple of weeks. I just was a lot calmer, a lot more present. And as the weeks went on, I noticed I was more decisive. And one of the main things we learn, of course, is to judge yourself and other people less. So I've been working on that since then quite a lot. But I did, even in the first 6 weeks, see some improvement in that. So that really kind of unblocks everything, in my opinion. So it was really nice. And then I've had some, sometimes things come up in life that are kind of stressful. And I realized that when some of those little things happen, I would have been much more reactive in the past. I would have stressed out and freaked out immediately. And now, I'm talking about if there's a conflict or something. I think there was one time when someone had used my credit card without my authorization. I didn't freak out when I saw that happen. So I really think it's given me the opportunity to kind of pause before reacting, which is really, really useful in so many situations, right? And probably a lot of other things, what kind of results did you get personally?
Well, one of the first things was getting to know myself better. To know where my reactions are coming from. I learned, for instance, to be less controlling, and it improved my relationship with my daughter a lot because I gave her space to do things her own way and not my way anymore. That was a very big one for me. And by giving space to other people, even in the work environment, you see that people get the opportunity to blossom and that they take more initiative and they will ask you easier to help you with something because they feel there is room for that. And then another thing which was very big for me is just be less hard on yourself, because that inner critic, I think we all have, can make you block you for doing new things and before being happy on doing them and trying them. And I'm much more relaxed in that. So I see it more as a learning process, and it doesn't have to be perfect anymore. I'm just trying, I'm learning on the way. And that gives me much more peace of mind. It gives me less stress. It gives me less frustrations. And because of that, I think my relationships with other people became much easier, if I can use that word. There are less frustrations because I'm feeling better. So they're reacting less on my frustrations, for instance.
Yeah, it's contagious. Yeah, absolutely. We have mirror neurons, and so when people are feeling more positive, everyone else picks up on that, and vice versa. Yeah, for sure. No, you definitely notice a big effect, even from getting yourself a little bit in a better space. Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's also what I liked about the positive intelligence, that if you wanted to become a coach in it, you had to do the program yourself. You had to feel what it is, what are the results, and also what might be the blocks you're meeting. Because if I look, the people I have guided through the program and I have coached, you have all kinds of people. You have the ones who go full out and you hardly have to do anything except being there for them and answering the questions and help them where it's needed. But sometimes you see that people struggle from time to time. And when you're there as a coach, then being there as an accountability partner and helping them through the difficulties and finding solutions for whatever they're seeing, that makes such a big difference, because it's not only doing the exercises, it's also learning the new neural pathways on really changing your behavior. and helping them as a coach makes that their success rate is much, much higher, and they get much more out of the program than they would if they would just do the program on their own.
Absolutely. Even when you and I did it, we did it with a couple of other people.
Yep.
I know it took us a couple of weeks to kind of learn the ropes of how the system worked and how all the parts were going together. And if we'd had a coach, it would have been much faster for us to get going. It's also great to have the support within the group, of course, but having that coach to guide you, to answer questions, to help you with your issues, to facilitate the whole process, to keep you accountable, really accountable. And the coach can see what progress you're making directly. So it's huge help.
Yeah, and you're getting immediately feedback on the things you might do different, and you can really help the people to get the most out of the program within the possibilities they have.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that I really liked.
Okay. And what kinds of results then did some of your clients get?
Well, they are more confident. They have easier relationships, so healthier relationships, and the people where they had good relationships, that continued and became even better. But mainly the people they had some difficulties with, these were the first times that they were able to talk about it and to ask to do it differently. And because of that, even those relationships improved, or they were able to be more at peace that some of the relationships aren't going exactly the way they want. They have less stress. They're more positive, so they're dealing stress situations on a more positive way instead of really getting frustrated. They learn themselves better. And as a result of that, they were even softer on themselves. And they just give themselves the opportunity to grow more. And to see that, they became more balanced as a person, more confident, and with a much bigger well-being in general than before doing the program. And what was also very, very nice to see when I spoke to one of my clients, there has been a period that they used it a little less, and they immediately felt the results if you skip the things we've learned. And she was very motivated on doing them more again. So having those results so clearly is so nice to see.
It really helps you stay motivated to keep with it. Yeah, it's a lifelong practice, we're building these skills, but also, it's practice ongoing. Great. Yeah, my clients had similar success too. They definitely reduced their stress and had more belief in themselves, and they just had more trust in what was happening, and they didn't freak out when things didn't appear to go their way immediately. And a lot of people told me they had better relationships. They definitely use the PQ reps, which is the way to kind of increase mindfulness. They use that a lot with a lot of success, having important conversations with people. And it's helped them to stop worrying so much. They were losing a lot of time staying up all night worrying about things that were coming, and they were able to have a little more distance and a little more perspective on those kinds of things. And actually one of them told me that they were living with much less regret now. I think they're just better able to make, calm decisions and to have a little more space and distance from the circumstances. Yeah. So I'm really happy with what I've seen too. And it's ongoing, but there's a lot of impact almost from the beginning.
It is. So it would be very nice if we could help other people as well, as we know the results are so big.
Yeah.
So
it's a good time to get started.
Yeah. So whoever is interested, contact one of us, send us a message, and we'll tell you much more about it.
It's great.
See you next time.
Thank you.